Okay, go to Psalm 110, verse 1.
The Lord says to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool for your feet.
Right. Now, I know if we go into the Hebrew, right, it says Yahweh said to Adonai, correct?
Hashem, Hashem, Shev Lemini Ad Ashit. If I were to translate it literally, it would say, God said to my God, sit at my right hand.
Yeah. Because
Wow, okay, whoa, wait, let me read it again. Hashem. Sorry, that's wow. Okay, so I don't know if you speak Hebrew,
no.
but in Hebrew you have many different ways of referring to God.
Yes, I know.
So
This was the
one,
argument that I was about to present. You have Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, but Elohim and
yes,
Adonai can be in reference to someone who is of authority,
exactly,
not God. Right, but
yes,
I'm gonna address
yes,
you.
because
This psalm, you can look it up if you believe I'm lying, was
no, I don't
specifically
think you're lying.
from David, right? David was what exactly?
He was a king.
He was the king. So, if David is the king, and from the standpoint of believing that the Israelites are God's chosen people, if you are the king of Israel, you are literally exalted above all of mankind other than God. So, how can David have a master if he is already the master?
Well, you're not exalted above a prophet.
Yeah, but
It
who
was
who
always
would be the prophet who would surpass David, even though David was chosen by God?
the prophet. Well, no, I'm not saying that this is the case. I'm just telling you like what I'm thinking of the bat.
Who would be that prophet who would first off be exalted above David? Secondly, if David is already the master, and he is a prophet himself, prophesying, which means he falls under the line of a prophet and a king, then who would be David's master? Who would be his Adonai? So again, if David is a prophet and a king, then the only Adonai, the only master that he has, that he actually serves because people are serving him, is God. Meaning that in context, David is referring to God because he has no other master. He is the master because he is a king and a prophet. The only other master he could be referring to would be Yahweh in this instance. And we know that this 100% could be referring to Yahweh because Adonai and Elohim are used to describe God. It just depends on the context. So in context here, there is no master. David is a prophet and king.